Hello everybody and welcome back to Full House Sports here, myself Charlie. Reminder before the video starts, please like, comment and subscribe. Anything you guys do is greatly appreciated as I try and become a one-man sports news bandwagon. Now we had the breaking news, I'm trying to remember how long ago it was, yesterday perhaps, or maybe the day before, that Zac Lomax is going to leave not just Parramatta Eels but also Rugby League in general to sign for the Western Force in Super Rugby. He's going to switch codes from League to Union, potentially with a view to representing the Wallabies at the 2027 Rugby World Cup, which of course will be hosted down under in Australia. Now, Lomax's statement upon leaving the Eels and the Sport Rugby League has been not exactly appreciated, I think it's fair to say, by rugby league fans down under. He has said something along the lines of, it's great to play truly on the international stage or on a real international stage. Along those lines, I'm paraphrasing there slightly. It has been met with a huge amount of criticism from some legends in the game surrounding what a lot of people are saying is a bit of an unnecessary dig at Peter V'landys, who has, to be fair to him, supported the international game of rugby league. You know, the Ashes, for example, that I would have watched last year in rugby league, and it has pretty much single-handedly held it up. But I think what it shows is, again, this fractious relationship and this tense relationship between league and union down under. We've seen in recent years some big young stars make the move from union to league or league to union and backwards and forwards. Marky Mark, whose last name I'm not going to even try and butcher, is one that immediately springs to mind, of course. There is as well Angus Crichton and Joseph Suaalii is a big one as well, who have all moved from Australian Rugby League to Rugby Union and have all spoke about the pride in representing the Wallabies. Now, whether this is, I don't know, a bit of a bitter shot, but a lot of the pundits have been talking about sort of, you know, oh, well, it doesn't matter anyway. He needed to go. There was the whole R360 thing surrounding Lomax where he'd signed on with this rebel franchise group that never took off with Mike Tyndall in charge. I've done videos on that earlier on the channel this year talking about that and what a load of nonsense it was. That fell through. The Eels went to court. He settled with them that they would only be able to sign, if he'd only be able to sign for Melbourne Storm if they found a suitable player to replace him. Well, now he said no to that as well and gone to the Western Force. I think there is a lot about this that shows where League and Union are in Australia. Because on the one hand, you've got League is financially streets ahead of Union now and is one of the more dominant, one of the more dominant sports down under and is continually expanding. But the allure of the Wallabies jersey, and no doubt a home World Cup, is still there for these stars of Australian Rugby League. Now, Suaalii spoke about it when he went over. He spoke about that lure. And also, as much as people don't want to admit it in rugby league, the international game in Union is a lot more developed. We're still sort of trying to find out how the international game fits in this new world of rugby league. And whereas Union, you have the set windows, you have the tools. I mean, Suaalii was playing at the MCG in front of however many thousand in a British and Irish Lions test in the summer. You're not telling me if you're Lomax or Crichton or whoever else, that isn't slightly tempting. And it's something that I think Union, if Union wants to survive down under, because we do want it to survive down under, they need to play on this whole Wallabies and look at what we can bring. 70,000 at Twickenham when you play there, 80,000 at the Millennium. We've got that. That's what I think, as a sportsman, you'd want. I did think some of the reactions, certainly when I was listening to the Rugby League 360 panel talk about it down under on Fox, and they were talking, and I did think some of it sounded quite bitter. I understand the fear, though, because Peter V'landys has put a lot into the international game. But I did sort of think, well, you know, look, lads, he's made his decision now. There was a lot of them going, oh, we don't care. Western Force will rabble anyway. They don't care. What was it? One of them said, oh, Twiggy Forest is the only reason they're still going. Yeah, probably that is the truth. But the other truth is that it's another big star of rugby league who spoke about representing the Wallabies. And it's something that I can see it will come to a head soon. And then things will get interesting. especially after this home World Cup, because do they stay or do they then want to go back to league? And how are they accepted? Are they accepted? That's the thing. Who knows? As always, guys, let us know what you think. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Anything you guys do is greatly appreciated as I try to become a one-man sports news bandwagon. Have a great day.